Today's Business Street guest is my wonderful friend, Miss Heather Southwell. She's from Titusville, Florida, and she's an amazing choreographer, business owner, master teacher, you name it. So she's here with us this week in celebration of not only Women's Month, but also the fact that she has her own business. So welcome to the show, Heather.
Hey,
I
thanks for
can't
having
believe you made it. She's always touring. I could never get her. Oh my God. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. To
So
introduce
tell anybody about what this is you're doing and the name of your school and how can they reach you and everything.
Okay, my name is Heather Southwell, and I'm the owner and artistic director of Kalon Dance Co. We are located in Titusville, Florida, and we are 3 years old. This is our third season. We have over 200 students, both competitive and recreational students. And we have a tumble gym, a full competitive dance program, all kinds of different things that we offer. And yeah.
So I have a question. I know I'm not supposed to ask questions. I'm going to wait for that for the 15 minutes of fame. But real quick, just in case someone wants to know, what is the difference between a recreational studio and a competitive studio?
Okay, a recreational studio means that there's no competitive team. So students often come one time a week between 45 minutes to an hour, and it's just for fun. The training is not intense. Sometimes they take multiple classes in multiple genres, but the level of the class is based recreationally. Now, competitively, it's a lot more hours. The tuition is higher. It's a stronger level of commitment. And there's a lot more that we ask from the student as far as training goes in order to be what we call our collective or on the competition team.
Okay, so that's where the name collective came from.
Yes.
Gotcha. I love it. It's different.
Thank you.
So in order to audition, or can I just walk in and say, hey, I want to be a collective? How does that work?
So given everything we've gone through and these children have gone through the past year, we've really loosened up our audition process. What I like to do personally, and this is just me, and this is what I have found works, we do private audition classes. And so you book a private lesson, we work one-on-one with the student, we get to know them a little bit, see what their work ethic is, see what they're willing to be pushed to do, see what their potential is, because you never know someone's potential based on how they walk in the door. After that, what we have them do is take a full week of classes with our collective, because it's so imperative that we are a right fit for the student just as much as they are a right fit for us. We want them to understand the way our program operates and them to know that they can flourish and thrive and that this is a good place for them to grow.
Yes. So I wonder if the parents audition too. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't answer that.
Yeah, no.
So, okay. So how many girls or boys do you have on your team? And then what else do I want to know about this? Now, you and I met with me coming from I was like, what is this whole competition thing? And you were so kind to sit and explain it kind of to me and what it's all about and why you do it versus let's say not a rec studio, but a studio geared for ballet or a studio
Right.
geared for, yeah. So what's the difference in the dancer? Talk to me about that.
So typically we take dancers at age 4, and the majority of them stay with us until they're 18 years old. So it's not just a few years. It's not just a little bit of class. It's a mentorship program. We really build the dancer from the ground up. Something that's important about competitive dance is it's a lot of time we're spending with the student. For a lot of these kids, we spend more time with them after school than their parents do. So this has to be a safe place, and the mentorship is really, really important. Just being good humans inside the studio and outside the studio, fostering the work ethic, learning to take criticism, learning to push themselves even when they win, because our growth is never over. Those basic characteristics that we're trying to grow within not only a dancer, but a young person as well. So when they're little, they sometimes start with a solo or 1 or 2 groups. As they get older, sometimes they have multiple solos, multiple groups, and they go to multiple events. So we've already done 4 competitions this year. We're gearing up for our 5th in May, and then we'll also go to nationals. So they get a lot of performance opportunity, and things continuously evolve and change. We might throw away a group, start a new one before competition, so the rep isn't as set. as you would think, I think if you're not in a competition studio.
When you say a group, for the audience members that are not familiar with what you mean, in my head, I'm thinking a whole group of dancers? You're throwing away a whole group of dancers? Or do you mean a group choreography?
Yes, the group
okay. Right. Not like, oh my God, you're a mess. Get out of here, you group. Oh, okay. I'm making fun, but this, guys, let me tell you, between Heather and Mr. Dewan, the king and queen of competition out here, they have schooled me. I have no idea about the stuff. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's definitely more intense as well because we do conventions, and the level at conventions and what they're asking for the students to do and the integrity of what they're wanting their training to look like is even further than just a competition. So I have found that conventions have really helped my students grow. It places the emphasis on class, which I really like. They don't go there to get their trophy and their crown and leave, which is also great. But for they're slowly learning that maybe the reward is the knowledge that they've gained, or that the training that they've gained, because sometimes that pressure to win can be such a vicious cycle. So I found it so healthy for these kids to go somewhere and not walk away with anything other than the knowledge they got from the instructors they worked with. I've also found that competitions are great for that as well. You know, they're great confidence boosters. It teaches crisis management. There's just so many good things about the competition and convention circuit.
Yeah.
So
yes. Okay. My last inquiry about this, levels of competitions. Now I know you've been doing this forever, and I still don't know the levels, but I do know you have made the top tier. And what is the name of those competitions? And like, I just want everyone to understand how accomplished you are in your field, who might be looking for a competition school, you know, to go out. So just briefly explain the different levels of competitions or conventions and how you're at the top ranking and how you qualified to be there.
I believe I qualified to be here through years and years of trial and error. The best thing as a studio owner, a choreographer, or a competition director is the willingness to evolve at all times. You can't get stuck in what you know or what's comfortable or what you're good at, because that limits growth. So for me, at least, when I was doing just competitions, I felt like there was still something missing. So I decided to go where I knew it was the best of the best, which is what my instructor, Mr. Dewan, always told me to do: find the best dancers out there and then go stand next to them and see how you measure up. So
D.
Yes. So competitions have 3 levels. They're all named different. They are scored differently for each level. As a judge, you have a different scale of adjudication. So you have, sometimes it's called novice, premier, elite. So there's 3 different levels there. If you're in a level, you tend to stay in that level, and the levels don't compete against each other. Now at a convention, everybody is against the same, it's everyone for themselves, all on the same level. And they typically only do the top 3 spots versus a competition that does 10. So it's a lot more difficult to get recognition, but there's a lot more of a reward when you do. So where at a competition, if you win first, you're excited and you feel good. If you won third at a convention, you're like, whoa,
Exactly.
you measured up to the best. And again, both things have equal value for training. There's students that need that competition confidence, and there's kids that need the convention push. So they all kind of play off each other to build the most well-rounded dancer that we can.
And right now you're on the convention circuit right now. Okay.
Yes, I'm doing both. I have my kids do both.
Okay.
That's important.
So before I let you go, it's not always only about the kids winning, because choreographers have an opportunity to get awards. Can you just let everyone know briefly about the Choreography Awards that you have under your name, Heather Southwell?
I'm very lucky to receive recognition for my choreography. It's always a good feeling because I know it's from a peer. I know it's from someone else who also loves dance.
Yeah.
It always good to have your work recognized. I think that's hugely important. I think the biggest prize I ever won as a teacher or director, we won $10,000. and intensity dance for my lyrical piece called I Don't Think About You. That's what actually helped me get started into my business now, which is amazing. And I think just having other teachers recognize your work, whether it's their style or their upbringing or not, always so powerful, because it feels good to know that someone understood your vision. And I think no matter how many of those choreography awards you get, you always feel so proud that you were recognized. It's always a really nice thing to hear. So.
Well, Miss Heather Southwell, I am very proud of you, and I wish you continued success. You're amazing. I was there with you when you were doing 200 different dances. I was there when you were taking kids home, taking them to the doctor, picking them up from different issues, situations. You're a great mentor, a great leader, and I'm so blessed to call you my friend, Heather Southwell. Yay, you did good. So if anybody wants to come join your team, please give your tags. How do they reach you?
Instagram is great, Kalon Dance Co. We're on KalonDanceCo. And you can see our training videos. We post every time we're in the studio. We want people to see what we do. I just booked a job today off a training video I posted this morning. So we want to share what we do with whoever is interested.
We love you. Keep going. And don't forget, check back in with me for the 15. I want to give you a whole hour. I have so many things, so many questions.
So much knowledge. I know. I'm sorry if I rambled.
No, you're beautiful. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon, audience. Heather Southwell.
Thank you, Ms. Dawn.
Congratulations.